Today I want to tell you that we are on the verge of an epidemiological crisis in the United States. There is a big problem caused by a very small troublemaker, the yellow fever mosquito, Aedes aegypti. This mosquito is native to Africa, but has been in the United States since the Europeans arrived in the 1400s. Climate change and globalization are expanding the range of mosquitoes into new areas and transporting the pathogens they carry to new places. The current tools we have to protect the public are not enough. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the problem and possible solution. What if we could sterilize all the male mosquitoes so their reproductive success could drop to zero? What if we could use radiation, like tiny mosquito x-rays, to do it? What if we could snap our fingers and stop half of all mosquitoes from breeding? Does that sound crazy? We could use the Infinity Gauntlet, but we already have a pretty effective trick up our sleeve. It's called the sterile insect technique, and it has worked with other pest insects. Mosquito SIT research is being conducted in my dad's lab right here in Gainesville. Mosquitoes are actually the most dangerous animals on the planet. They vector many deadly diseases including malaria, Zika, yellow fever, chikungunya, West Nile virus, and dengue fever. Almost half of the world's population is at risk of malaria. Mosquitoes are responsible for 1 million deaths per year worldwide. You may think of these diseases as problems only faced by developing countries on the other side of the world, in places like Africa and Asia, but mosquitoes spread some of these diseases all over the Caribbean and even right here in Florida. This map shows the number of Zika cases reported in Florida in 2015. The current methods used in mosquito control aren't very effective against Aedes aegypti. Because we've relied on pesticides for decades, Aedes is developing resistance. The pesticides no longer kill them. Also, Aedes can breed in water puddles the size of a bottle cap and prefer urban areas, so those methods can't reach all of the adult mosquitoes in an urban area. We need new tools to address this emerging issue. Sterile insect technique uses radiation similar to X-rays to sterilize insects. Scientists can sterilize huge numbers of males in lab colonies and release them to mate with females in the wild. Those matings don't produce offspring and cause the populations of mosquitoes to drop significantly. There's no need to worry about how releasing millions of sterile male mosquitoes may affect humans. The male mosquitoes don't feed on blood from humans, they feed on nectar. SIT has been successfully done with screwworm flies that infected cattle in the United States. Scientists in my dad's lab are currently working on this problem, researching how to rear millions of Aedes mosquitoes and calculating just the right dose of radiation to make them sterile, but still sexy enough for the females to choose them as mates. Due to globalization, the fact that more people are moving around the world every year, and the warming climate, the range of mosquitoes has massively increased. These mosquitoes carry deadly diseases, and more people each year are being exposed to these deadly pathogens. This problem is in our backyard. All of us have heard about Zika cases in Florida on the news in the last few years. We need new, more effective tools to neutralize this threat while minimizing the environmental impacts. Sterile insect technique was extremely effective in eliminating the screwworm. It represents a promising idea for research in mosquito control in the near future.